Welcome to Support the Desk. This is our live event, learning all about you and your small business. That's at the name of our game here at Support the Desk. So today we are bringing to you some incredible training. It is all about leadership in your small business. So we're talking about effective leadership and choosing coaching over counseling today. My name is Sarah Beth Herman, and I am the Chief Executive Officer here at Support the Desk. That's not the important stuff. The most important thing you could know is that Support the Desk is a virtual team member for you and your business to help you run efficiently, more effectively, and to really truly thrive as you grow your business. So today, let's just dig right in. We're going to talk about the importance of choosing coaching over counseling to create a positive and productive work experience. Now, we're going to talk about setting the stage for success, the power of coaching, and then strategies to avoid counseling when you are in leadership. The most important thing that I can share with you is that we want to make sure that you are well equipped to do the best thing you possibly can for your team. And oftentimes in leadership, we get the impression that we are most responsible to counsel our team members and to help them through whatever challenges that they are going through in their life. And while you may feel really compelled to do that as a leader, we're going to talk today about the importance of truly choosing coaching over counseling. Think basketball coach, baseball coach, cheerleading coach. Think what a coach does. We are here to support and encourage and inspire, but it is way too much weight for you to carry to personally counsel every single person that you lead. So today, let's dig right in and talk about it. The first thing we want to talk about is setting the stage for success. So there is a huge need and a huge impact that you can make by setting clear communication and expectations to prevent the need for actually counseling in your business. You can have and utilize practical strategies for establishing performance-based expectations and fostering open communication, like regular team meetings and individual goal setting and performance evaluations. We think as leaders that some of these trigger things like performance evaluation and team meetings, that those make us sound like corporate America. I don't want you to not be corporate America. I want you to be a small business that you were designed to be. I want you to be the one that fights for the underdog. I want you to hire 70% of the world to work for you. I want you to be the small business you were designed to be. I don't want you to think that you need to be a large corporation in order to be successful, and that these tasks and tips and tricks I'm giving you only apply in a larger setting. Whether you have one employee or you have 70 employees, whatever the number is, or 300, you should find ways to create and remove barriers and bridge the gap of communication so that your team feels inspired and motivated to do their very best. There is a huge power in coaching. So coaching promotes accountability, growth, and teamwork. And that's what we want. Even if you have one person, even if you have one employee, you can still encourage teamwork and an environment that is conducive to growth. Because where do you want to be a year from now? Don't you want to have 5 employees? Don't you want to have 20 employees? Don't you want to have 500 employees? You can start now the things that are meant to build a great foundation to what you want to get to later. You can start all that now. You don't have to wait. There's no sense in waiting. Just let's go do it. So the power of coaching, it promotes that growth, accountability, and teamwork. And one of the great things that coaching does is it also improves performance and job satisfaction. When your employees feel like you care about them, you care what their mood was like today, you care what they're struggling in, you care what drains and depletes every single portion of them. When your employees understand that you get it and that you're not just this person high up collecting a higher paycheck, transformation begins. That's what we need to focus on. So we want to talk about strategies to avoid counseling and what that will mean for you as a leader. So the first is to provide ongoing support and feedback for your team, even if it's one person or if it's 500. You may not directly supervise or lead all 500 people, but the message that you deliver will transcend to all of them. And that's what we're after. You want to focus on utilizing what you may have heard of as the sandwich approach. This approach allows you to be a leader that recognizes the positive things that your team brings about, understands what that team member may be doing that is not advantageous of the business, or it's maybe not up to your expectations, and then ends the conversation again with something positive. This isn't some manipulative way to communicate. It's truly honoring the other person as you lead them. And that's what we are always after. We want to learn to create and cultivate a position that aligns with both what you need as a business owner and then also what your employees need as an employee. Because everything has to be in balance and alignment in order for you to project and know where you are actually headed as an organization or a small business. Developing individual strengths. So it's very important to align tasks and responsibilities with skills. So we call this job crafting and task delegation here at Support the Desk. We believe that there are times and tasks that will deplete our team members. They will make them feel exhausted. They will make them feel like they don't want to clock in every day. Then there are things that fuel our team members. They give them energy. They're excited about it. They see their metrics move. They see their talents being utilized. These are the things that you need to focus on as a leader. You've got to find out what things fuel, what things deplete. Then craft a position for your team member around that. If they work 100% of the time, 75% of the job needs to be things that fuel them. 25% needs to be things that deplete them. There is never going to be a perfect job where you do everything that you absolutely love doing all the time. That doesn't exist. And if it did, I want to apply to work there because there's always things we don't like doing, right? But what we're learning is that when we craft a position to where the majority of the employee's experience is a positive one that leaves them feeling successful, it creates them to then do that for those who work beneath them or those they have the opportunity to lead in their future. Encouraging self-reflection and personal growth. You may have heard of SMART goals before, and if you haven't, and this is your first time, I'm so glad you're hearing it from me because it's something I believe everyone needs. SMART goals are not just for your staff. That's the first thing I want to say. The second thing I want to say is that SMART goals, they encompass what your leadership is going to look like. So you need to do a SMART goal for yourself, even if it's just 1 or 2 to start, and then share the results with your team so that they feel a connection with you on what tasks you were able to do and that they know the process works. It's not just about, hey, go do this so that I know you're doing what I want you to do. That's not what it's about. It's, hey, we need to get this job done. It is a specific, a measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goal. So it is fully encompassing every aspect of what you need to do and what you are trying to train your team members to do and what your business is trying to do. So all of these come together and everyone at the team has relevancy to participate in this kind of goal. Next, we're going to talk about recognizing boundaries as a leader. So there are many limitations in your business in addressing personal and emotional challenges. So you need to be equipped as a leader to know what resources you have to point someone in. It is absolutely okay to say, hey, I'm here for you and I'm sorry and I'm thinking of you. I'm praying for you. I'm here to support you in whatever you're going through. I'm not equipped to handle that. It's too heavy for my shoulders. I don't know how to do that. What I can do is point you to the right resources to help you get the help that you need. That is the best kind of leader, one that supports and encourages and provides resources and just stand there saying, I don't know how to help you. Figure it out. That's not the kind of leader we want to be. So I want to encourage you to know what your resources are. Can you point someone in a direction of a counseling opportunity? Can you point them to a book that can inspire them? Can you give them, this is something we do here at Support the Desk, they have a login to my Audible account to listen to all the books that I read. I share that with them as a perk for them working here. They get access to a ton of self-help, business development. I know that I may not have every team member work for me forever, but while they are here, I want to build them up to be the very best versions of themselves. And if I can do that by encouraging them through different resources that I've used that have helped me in my journey, I think I'm on the right track with them. All right, so we are done with our training part of this. Thank you for joining us on that. We're going to open up a Q&A portion that's going to talk about whatever questions you might have. If you were listening to this quick little live event today and you thought of a question on, hey, how do I handle this? Or how do I do that? We're going to take about 3 minutes and answer some of your questions. I'm going to pull up the questions here in just a moment. But I want to let you know a little bit about Support the Desk and what we do here. We are officially the happiest team online, 100%. If you've been to Disney, awesome, love it. But have you ever been to Support the Desk? Well, we're a virtual online team that supports small businesses all over the world. It's amazing. We do virtual assisting, we do accounts receivables, we do patient billing, we do insurances. We have a ton of different kind of genres of business. We aren't just specific to one. We help everybody. And that is one of our main slogans, is just how we are happy to help you. So if you want to learn more about Support the Desk and how you could have a virtual team support your practice to help reduce payroll costs, reduce taxes, and really truly have a vendor that you pay a nominal fee to support you and your business and the growth that you are anticipating or looking forward to creating, you need to reach out to us. So you're going to head to supportthedesk.com, schedule a 30-minute call with one of our amazing team members, and learn all about what we do. Again, everything from virtual assisting, we handle phones, we do billing, we do scheduling of appointments, we handle appointments for anything. It could be doctor's offices, pest control companies, estimates that need to be done. It doesn't matter what your business is, we can support you, and we are excited to do so. All right, let's go ahead and open up our Q&A portion. I see a few questions rolling in. The first question I see here is, how can I implement a coaching culture in my business if I am not in a leadership position? So if you work for a business or you own a business, but you don't feel like you're in a leadership position, I have news for you. You're wrong. You are part of a leadership position. You do lead. It doesn't matter if you are a front desk team member or if you are the owner of the company in some capacity, you own leadership. I want you to embrace coaching behaviors like listening, providing feedback, and supporting your colleagues and teammates with actual growth measures. Share resources and encourage open communication amongst your team members. Collaborate with other leaders that you may have in your business or outside of your business to highlight the benefits of coaching, and purpose-based initiatives that support a coaching culture. Let's move on to the next question. What are some effective strategies for providing constructive feedback to team members? So when you're providing feedback, you need to start with creating a supportive environment and then address areas for improvement. Use the sandwich technique that we talked about. That's a great place to start when you're trying to provide feedback. It's so hard when you are a new leader or new to that concept of providing feedback because you're like, oh, I'm going to offend someone. But you're not going to offend anybody if you do it the right way and you approach it with grace and understanding for the individual that's in front of you and respecting who they are as an employee. A lot of people who make mistakes aren't bad people. They are just team members that maybe don't know what to do or don't know how to handle a situation. It doesn't make them bad. Just learn to understand them and honor them for all the things they bring in a high quality to your business, practice, establishment of what sort. Okay, next question. How can I build trust and rapport with my team in a virtual setting? So I love that we asked this question. So it must be a client here of ours at Support the Desk. The really important thing with a virtual team is that you always want to make sure you have open and clear communication and clear expectations on what you need from your team, how they are meeting or not meeting that expectation, and what needs to be done in the future to get your business where it needs to go. Are we on the right trajectory? Where are we headed? How is it getting there? It takes time. Trust is not going to happen overnight. You're not going to miraculously have built this amazing team because you wanted it to. It takes intentionality. It takes examples. It takes consistent check-in, not just when things are bad, but also when things are good. There's a lot of measures you need to take to make sure that you are always aligning and honoring your team as you create that virtual relationship. Last question for the day. How can I help team members set and achieve their professional goals? So start with SMART goals. We talked about that earlier. Talk about what that looks like for your team. See what their goals are. Take your team out to lunch. Take them out to lunch individually. Get to know them. Know what their goals and their dreams are. You may not be able to touch everyone in your business. You might not be able to reach all 400 employees if you have a huge company. But what you can do is start with your leadership team, because what you do to lead your direct reports will resonate through everyone else, because they will have seen your example and they will move forward in a much more appropriate way. Thank you so much for joining our live event today. We are so glad you are here. We are glad you took a moment to stop by. If you have more questions, we want to hear them. This is all of the time we have here at Support the Desk today to cover this, but every Wednesday we go live and we talk about amazing ways to help you grow your business, learn to be a better leader, and really expand our small business community. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a wonderful week.